We are going. At 11:30. Text John. Just let him know that we jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Unmute. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we were.
Okay. Thanks, babe, for getting that. What kind of questions we got, guys? I was at RejuveStem this over the weekend.
How do you feel?
Off.
Right?
A little off.
How long do you have to wait after you get a procedure?
Ooh, look at this girl.
Yeah, just-
I got to wait a week before I can start playing around.
okay.
What does that mean, though?
iCloud.
That's actually a good point. Doesn't mean.
Yeah.
The question was, how long do I have to wait until I can start training with weights again? And they recommend a week. Here's the cool thing is that that's with weights. Doesn't mean that I'm not still taking care of myself. Not doing I'm not off the nutrition. The nutrition is on point for what I need to do at this stage and also help me recover correctly. What else? full on recovery this week because it gives me more time, right? Because the workouts are eliminated, so more time for recovery is what I am focused on this week. This morning I already did red light therapy 2 times, the stim 2 times, also did the sauna for a half an hour. Maybe an Epsom salt bath. Took my peptides to help TB and NAD, glutathione, those kind. How's everybody else out there today?
Mike, do you recommend doing stem cell therapy for my knees? 54 and I work out every day. Can't squat anymore. I just press. Is anything else?
Most of the time I talk about this, guys, and Jeff, we'll definitely do a clip on this one
Cool.
because there's not a time that I talk about stem cell that I don't say to be preventative. Okay, so this question, somebody here has heard that I talked about stem cells, but hasn't seen any of the videos where I know of where I didn't say, I think anybody and everybody should be preventative before those injuries. Now, I know that you're seasoned like I am, you're very vintage. And if you are, and you can't squat, mostly at 54, that's still young. You should still be able to squat. Those knees should still be, hanging in there. Yeah, stem cell would be a great thing. PRP, stem cell, peptides. Make sure that squat form is good. And this would be probably the time where you try to do a proper squat for power relative to a bodybuilding squat. And I know that's a side note here. And you're like, wait a minute, a squat for power compared to a bodybuilding squat. Two different things. Tom Plaz squats for bodybuilding, and the way he does it is amazing and one of the greatest techniques. And I use him for an example because it really shows you how it's pinpointing the muscle and how he tries to drop straight down. Where if you go watch somebody like Ed Cohen kicking the hips back, being one complete unit and moving like a forklift, that's a power squat. So 2 different things. Yeah, get your butt in there, get that stem cell, get ahead of it. But you should also be, before you do the stem cell, you should also be on the peptides to help the ligaments and joints.
Would you recommend somebody like that to maybe start with Anderson's, like bodyweight Anderson squats,
yeah.
something like that, to at least get that
back to it?
pattern?
Yeah, I would try to get some Anderson squats, not Anderson, Jefferson squats.
And what's the ones for
Hatfield safety bar squats.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Definitely get back to it.
Like we see a lot
Check
of
my
people at the
YouTube.
gym, those older guys in the morning, they do like the harness. TR locks them up to the rack.
To the rack.
Yeah, they're 90. And they're squatting.
See, that's why I said 54 is young, guys. I'm around 80-year-olds that are smashing, 80 and 90-year-olds that are still smashing. I know that most of us won't make it that long, but yeah, I would like you guys to. I would like you guys to still be squatting healthy and being able to have that range of motion and healthy knees and back. Great question, though. Preventative, guys. Be in front of this stuff. Go for it, Jeffrey.
Mike, I'm 167 pounds, decently strong. Should I full send it to 200 pounds? How fast would you recommend? So he's tired of being victim raped.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I can't take somebody's body weight at, 167. I don't know how much he's training, how much he's eating, what his dedication is like,
Yeah.
or what he even looks like. To say go to 200 pounds. The weight's irrelevant to how you look and how you're putting that weight on. You know, you could be right now a little sloppy 167, believe it or not. You could be a skinny fat. I don't know this stuff, so it doesn't work that way. Not for me, it doesn't. But if you had your pictures up on the Titan Crew, then I could take a look at that and say, hey, here's the nutrition. Let's focus on getting to 175 first. Make sure it's a quality 175. Then we'll hit 185.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Wait, how often were you maxing out when you were training for powerlifting? Or did you only max out the day of the competition?
Yeah, you maybe 3 times a year to the most, depending on how much you're competing too. But yeah, back in the day,
Not 3 times a week?
no,
Oh.
no, you wouldn't do that. No,
Crazy.
no,
What would happen if you did that?
you'd be taxed.
Yeah?
Well, we would know because we did it last week.
Yeah.
I think we PR'd every single workout. We tried something. Yeah. But about 2 to 3 times a year. Go back to that one for a second.
Boom. Is that it? Oh.
I can't tell. Oh, is it here?
No, that's the bovine.
Oh,
Whatever.
we did that one, right? So do that. Leave it in the box for a second and put it over here. Because I got to do that next. Put it next to the flag.
Okay. Just trying to see what
We
we're
made it.
missing.
Also grab one, put this next to it because we'll do a new one for them. I got to put up that flag. And the guy, I told him I'd put that up today for the push downs.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah. You did it. We didn't post it. So a PR is a young person thing. Even though I didn't do it as a young person thing, I think I had an old maturity and I also was in powerlifting and competing. So I understood that a PR all the time isn't worth it.
That's for the battery.
So just keep that in mind. Also, you know, finding out what your triple is, you know, as you're doing the power bodybuilding program and you keep finding out where your triples are, your 5 sets of 3, that's actually really kind of cool to me. Maybe that's something I got in my late 20s, but I thought that was always cooler. I was like, dude, I'm closing in on the PR I did 3 years ago, but I'm slowed it down. There's no explosion and I'm now doing it for 5 sets of 3. That shit was really cool. So just for you youngsters, this is a youngster thing. Also, for everybody here, a PR and also 20-inch arms. A 20-inch arm without a vein, not really impressive. A PR of a 600 squat, but you look really bad. Again, not impressive. So always remember those two things need to go together. You got to look and show. It's got to be both.
Do you do a lot of heavy preacher curls to strengthen the bicep tendons?
Everything I do strengthens the tendons. The range of motion I'm doing, the speed that I'm doing, the majority of the exercise I choose are always worked on the tendons. And that's not just bicep, that's all my lifts. And that's what I keep kind of preaching, that it's more important to do exercises, the basics, and to continue to do those basics with the best range of motion as possible. So that, you know, your tendon, preacher wouldn't be the overload. It would be the straight bar curl. That's checking your tendons. That you got a full range of motion on that bad boy. It's locked in on the straight bar. That's making sure that everything, not just your elbow ligaments, but your shoulder ligament, your ability for your shoulders to move through that range of motion, even though it's a bicep curl. You'll be surprised on how many people can't do after 30 straight bar curl because there's a pinch in the shoulder. You guys will. I hope you guys don't find this out, but you'll find this out as you spend more and more time in the gym on how broken individuals more today than at any time in health and fitness. There are more broken people that just absolutely destroy their bodies because they get away from the basics so fast. Great question, though. Great question, guys.
Am I wrong in doing a T-bar row and a barbell row on the same day?
If you like it, But yeah, you're choosing exercises to hit different parts of the muscle. So just keep that in mind, no matter what you do, no matter how you put the program together. It's a good question. I get that you're hyped up that day. Like I'll do a couple different rear delt exercises on shoulder days. One is absolutely love rear delts. And I like that I can get that more range of motion by getting those bad boys fired up to a different level. So I'm actually, so you don't do what I do, I'm actually overtraining the muscle. It's too much. It's a small muscle. But why would you overtrain a muscle? Because it's more beneficial for the joints and ligaments to have that extra fluid in there, that extra blood in there, so I could do something really important like the behind the neck presses, like the one arm shoulder presses. So I'm giving up something here, muscle building, to have range of motion and longevity. And that's a concept that so few can even remotely comprehend. Why would you overtrain a muscle? Muscle at the end of the day is pretty simple. It's food. Food, recovery. But after you get it, it stays there, guys. Unless you got it in an inappropriate way, then yeah, you can't keep it.
Can we look forward to seeing more young O'Hearn videos? Love the consistency and mindset. He's talking about the one where with the giggle at the end. Put that on show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All the comments loved that video.
They did.
Yeah, they were like,
what did they love about it?
They just like, a lot of people just like old school footage.
I guess, okay, old school footage, maybe the same stuff I talk about today was understood then.
And that's what's cool. It's just cool seeing,
I like it, yeah. We'll definitely keep doing that. We've got the footage. We got a lot of hard drive footage of me back in the day.
I'll put up one today. There's a good one where you're talking about your mindset before you squat. You ask the guy like the question about what should your mindset be when you're like about to squat. That was a really good one.
I think another thing I would like, and to put this out there so you guys can understand this, is that the similarity of what I talked about then, I already had an understanding that I wanted to be here today.
Same.
And what you'll see with others from the 80s is you'll see them saying, this is what I did because I only wanted the trophy. And this is what I'm paying for it now and how I look for it now, which is the harsh reality, but it also gives you guys a look at that overnight success and what you're going to do at 20 is going to cost you later unless you are cool with this being about you and not the trophy and not the fame. So just keep that in mind, and I think that's a good thing for me to put out that information back then. That way you can go, okay, so he wasn't, because I know that when I talked on Mark Bell's podcast, I said, I'm not stressed about muscle. I'm a huge human. I can lose 40 pounds of muscle and I'll still be a huge human. And people go, oh yeah, okay, you want to give that up. It's like muscle over range of motion over strength. over healthy ligaments, yeah, I'll give up muscle for that because I know I can just eat to get the muscle back on. What do you need? Old school phone?
Yeah, I just want to get that video. Go with the jacket.
They loved it. I was with people over the weekend and they were all talking about that jacket, Mo.
Yeah. Listen, you have
The
some-
Johns, both Johns were talking about it.
Yeah.
And
You have
Bluff.
some cool jackets. It's not cold enough here to wear them.
Those are okay because you could get away with those because they're very thin.
That's what I like, the different seasons, because
Yeah.
I got to dress up in New York cute with boots, with little jackets, scarves. It was nice.
Nothing better than winter clothes.
Yeah, it was nice.
The sweatshirts, the jackets,
Yeah.
And I would wear a scarf. I'm that guy. You can call me whatever. I'm that guy. I'll wear a scarf.
Are kettlebells good to build healthy ligaments?
No, I don't think so. It'll keep some good range of motion and stuff. I think the kettlebells and how they're mostly used is explosion work. And so I would say that would be the, from me, the opposite of it. I think ligaments are healthier and by heavier, not by explosion. So, yeah. But again, if you like it, do it, and then you'll find out in time how that worked for you. Thanks for the question, Bob.
How do we get better at cutting to prepare for a natural pro competition?
Calories off season. Making sure that you're getting that off season, that old school. The difference between those guys and what we had to do to compete is that we had to get that extra size and strength and get the calories up there. So we could, when we cut up, we could at least try to keep the calories at a higher level as we're coming down into those shows. I remember that every time I won the universe, man, off season was get my strength to my pinnacle and then try to, at the same time, get my calories at a new pinnacle. And I know people will be like, well, it just calories should be a certain amount for your height and weight. And it's like, no, that's like saying the weights should be at a certain height and weight for you. You should only squat 500 if you're 200 pounds. It's like, fuck that. I know guys at 181 squatting 750, 800. So it's like calories are such a big thing for us because as we diet down, we lose a lot. You don't want to lose the strength and don't want to lose those calories to where you're at such a deficit that you just start losing any muscle you put on in the off season. Great question.
When you were younger, around 18, did you have a party lifestyle? And did you have to give up on some people to change your lifestyle?
Nope, never did. Competed at 13 in Olympic lifting. I was competing already in martial arts, and at 14, bodybuilding and powerlifting. And yeah, I was already competing in dieting and training. Never partied, didn't drink. Also,
Oh, interesting, because that means you don't have to give anything up.
I didn't have
You
to give
never
anything
tried.
up.
It's like, hey, did you have to give up, drinking soda or tran? No, because I never did it.
That's wow. Look who joined the party.
That's
Mona.
That's actually good. So you don't know the suffering. Good for
Yeah,
you.
so
You want to get something off your chest, Mark?
yeah.
What's up?
So just a comprehension to the youngsters. Drinking, if you could, and I'm going to try to teach my son this, if you got to drink to entertain yourself on the weekends. I went to a bachelor party a couple of weeks ago, and I know I'm an old cat, but it's like, it's just fun being there with the guys and joking around. I didn't need to be drinking like everybody else. I didn't. It's just it's not me. Chasing tail, try to, especially today, let the tail chase you. The parties, I always felt it was cooler and I liked it more. It was more fun. Is that proper how to say it? It was more fun to go to the gym with my boys than it was to go to a club. So it's on Strikers World, or it's on.
What I did like last week with the music.
I want the footage of it. Isn't it on that phone?
Oh, you want the footage?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. So never start anything that you have to give up to make the goals. Yeah. So never picked up drinking. Never picked up partying.
what? How do you get rid of armpit fat for men?
You don't.
Damn, Mo.
No, it's not true.
Oh, hit him, Mo.
I'd get a trainer. That question's kind of elementary. Sorry, my friend.
When you ask something like that.
Damn.
They don't know. But that question tells me more about you. And the answer to that is no. But just to help you, by asking that, there's a lot of stuff that you're completely missing before that. So you got to know about proper diet now and other things. All right, my friend? Thank you for the question, though. I know you put yourself out there for that, but you don't spot reduce. And if you got armpit fat, there's fat somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you can send John the link. Okay. Hit some bangers, guys. Hit some bangers here.
From what I've seen in your videos, your rep range is sometimes very low and slightly higher at other times. What prompts you to adjust them?
Yeah, you're just watching the videos out of order. Rep range is for exercises. If you want to lift heavy or go moderate, actually, you want to lift heavy for the rep range you're doing. So usually compounds are somewhat low, but then I also go high on them. It's just the workout program that I've set up for that 3 months. It's going to help you guys.
Hello. Yes.
Do you think a 16-month off season / bulk is too long? I'm 24, looking to put on as much muscle and strength before I diet down again.
10 years is not too long, to answer your question. Off season is gold. Off season is it. Back in my day, people would go off season for 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. The whole thing about nowadays is the 3 months off season and then get back in shape because people can't handle looking at themselves off season. That's a new thing. That's why you don't see the old school bodies. You don't see that old school like in the 90s, these guys in the late 80s and 90s, just so much quality muscle, not watery. Good luck, man. Good luck. 24 is a great age too. And I'm proud of you that you're willing to go, a year at least, if not more, off season. That's gold. And the reason I say this, if you guys don't know, because I know there's some like elementary questions and probably a lot of beginners here. Your body has to have time to keep that muscle on it to actually recognize. It's like you go off season for 3 months, you put on 30 pounds, that's great. And you put on 5 pounds of muscle during that time. And then you go right back in the cut. You're going to lose that muscle again. That muscle's going to go right with it. Allow the body to adapt to it.
Mike, how do you get to lower fat levels without having a death face? Me personally, once I get to 10%, my cheeks disappear. Is there a way to prevent it?
Nope.
That's it.
Unless you're really young. Yeah. Yeah. Death face goes with it, my man. Man, and at 10%, yeah, I get you. That death face is only going to get worse and worse as you get older and older, too. So just FYI, my man.
Will you ever do a house tour? Yeah, you think you got one on YouTube?
Yeah, I think we probably got something up there on YouTube back in the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one on YouTube. I know there's one on TMZ. TMZ came over during COVID.
Yeah. So there's some out there. We haven't done the other houses though.
The other house would be a 5-part series.
Yeah.
It would not be one episode.
I got to wait for the other house. Definitely the Ohio. Wait until that gym is done. We're getting close. Johnny's getting close to jumping in here.
11 months sober. I needed to hear that from you, Mike. Alcohol isn't required to feel great about positive blood flow.
Yeah, it isn't. Maybe it's a harsh what? No, we're locked in here. Will you do me a shake? 3 glutamine. One of the collagen. CLA. 3 scoops. I said the creatine. And give me 3 scoops of protein. What else do I have over there? Let me know. Let me know what else is there. So I'm going to do a little protein shake, guys, and that's what I'm putting in there. I put in glutamine, my creatine, CLA, some collagen, and then the protein itself. And there's some protein in the collagen as well. But again, I'm going to bring in a guy that I got to hang out with over the weekend, and I just found out he's very scared of crabs. What? No, I'm just kidding. Let's bring Johnny in here.
What is up, guys? How you doing, Mike?
Kid. I am good. I am good.
Yeah?
I am good.
Afraid of crabs? I definitely don't want to catch crabs, that's for sure.
We're sitting there at the beach, and I got the best video.
Yes.
This crab comes up and wants to go up my pant leg.
Oh, no.
I'm sitting there, look down and feel this. There's something walking on my foot. And there's a good-sized crab.
Oh, hell no.
I'm like, dude, it freaked me out a little bit. Don't go up my pant leg.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, man, when you said, "Oh, there's a crab over here," I'm thinking it's like one of those little ones.
Yeah, like
You know what they're calling? Dude, this thing had some size.
Dude was looking for a fight. He up there like this. Like, what you got, dog? What you
Dude,
got?
going back and forth, going up. Like,
Then he locked himself in the table in this area where he couldn't get out, and he just stood there like this. Come on.
yeah. He backed himself into a corner. He was ready.
Everybody was up on their chairs like, holy shit. If Mo was there,
Dude, at least the girls just jumped up on their chairs. Like,
Mona would have picked that shit up and just took a bite out of it.
dude, for real. Should have ripped his damn claws right off and just popped them open.
Oh, but that's Mona. Mona's around here. She's like a cockroach or some kind of weird looking thing. She'll just kind of grab it.
Yeah.
Once you grow up, I grew up with these things. These are fun. Boil them, eat them, then it's good. You Americans. So I think we jump into this real quick, if you're cool with it, and talk about the weekend we had.
Absolutely. We had a tremendous, awesome weekend. That's for sure. Down in Cancun. It was awesome. Visiting RejuveStem, getting the Dezawa Muse cells that we got. And I got them both in both shoulders. And I got the IVs too as well to go along with it. So not only getting localized, but getting systemically these stem cells throughout the body. And when I talk about these Dezawa Muse cells, these are the highest quality of standard that you could possibly get in your body. There's only 2 people I think that she distributes them to because it's a patented product as far as that goes. And it's Dr. Khan, who's like Kim Kardashian's person, and then there's RejuveStem. So, obviously we want to go down there. Mike's been down there before. I was supposed to go down with him before. And Thaddeus O'Neal went down there. Rey Mysterio went down there. There's a lot of my friends that have been there. So, when Mike brought me to them, that's why I was like, oh, I got to get down there, especially the way my shoulders have been. I think we've talked about it multiple times on your show. So, obviously, shoulders have been horrible. And, going down there, I wanted to see if I could, get around really getting the knife without getting the knife done on the shoulder and having to go through all that.
Additional, we had the what do they call them? Medicine doctor,
The guru.
the guru, the
Yeah.
gifted
Yeah.
touch, the healer,
Yes.
the amazing Jimmy Bluff. Please tell us.
Surgery without the knife. That's Jimmy Bluff's saying and motto. And man, he lives up to his hype. Let me tell you that. Because Mike's been talking about this guy. Mike posts about this guy. I've heard so much about Jimmy. Now, when I got to meet Jimmy the first time in person, it was at the Olympia. And he's just an awesome human being, right? But I never got to see his skills. And when I went down there, man, he opened me up for all these treatments. And man, he did like a 3-hour, man, it was like almost an out-of-body experience. That's the best way I can claim with Jimmy. He is like a true professional, and he is genuine and passionate about what he's doing. And I'll tell you, he definitely helped me out just with one session, going through that. I know he helped Sharice out too at a smaller session as far as time-wise goes, but he did a lot for her too as well. I mean, he's done so much for us and so much for you. I mean, that's just a little portion. And he does this for a lot of different people out there. And if you've not got to get treated by Jimmy, that is somebody that you should definitely put on your list, especially if you have any injuries. Even if you don't have any injuries, Jimmy is great for preventative too as well, and opening up certain areas. I mean, some of the things that he was telling me, like, man, he's like, your hip is like all the way up in like your stomach area. And let me just get this down, pull this down, and then being able to feel this release too as well. He's really a very spiritual person too. I mean, I like Jimmy, man, all the way around. Like I said, not even just as a professional, because there's some people out there that are great professionals, great at what they do, but kind of like, I don't really want to hang out with this guy all the time, right? But Jimmy's likable, and like I said, he's an awesome human being just like you, and that's the best thing about it. And John is too as well, Christina and everybody involved. It's just it was an awesome time with a phenomenal, fantastic group of individuals that are super standard in what they do. I don't know, it just shows through personality, it shows through action, and obviously shows through what they do too, as well as profession.
There was, and I try to express to people the Jimmy Bluff effect, and like we were all talking, you're like, wait, I'm 3 hours, no go. Yeah, but even though it's a massage, technically, it's 3 hours is too long. It goes fast because I think there is that, and I know this is going to sound corny to all you, but it is that release. He has such a gift that there is a release, and that 3 hours goes fast, and you're just feeling like, and I felt it the next day when I was flying home. I was just like, oh, the stress release, the body, outer body kind of feeling. And I just kind of shout out to you, Jimmy and John, that it was like, man, I'm flying home, and I just felt so like a unit. I was like, dude, I got to get back on the mat. I want to tussle. I want to lift.
Yeah.
And Jimmy is a miracle worker, and backpacking that with the RejuStem, and that's why we're there. The stem cell we're taking care of ourselves like you should.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really the big thing too. And then using some of the peptides we have before and afterwards, it's just been a game changer along with the treatments. It's all synergistically, it all goes together.
I said that. It's like me putting the three of you guys, all of it together. I'm like, this is awesome. This is like the full package.
Yes.
And I know that I'm hoping that I'm going to be there no matter what. In December 1st, I'm going to be heading down to Florida.
Yep.
Taking my son down there. I'm going to hang out with these guys. I'm going to get some content at headquarters at Titan Medical. I'm going to take Titan to Disney World and stuff. And one thing that I said earlier today, somebody said, hey, I'm 54. I can't squat no more. I do just leg press. Should I get stem cell for the knee? And I said, why aren't you on peptides, TB, BPC? Right. Why aren't you on the glutathione? Bring the swelling down. Learn to squat differently now.
Yeah.
And one thing I did before I even went to stem cell is I started double dosing because I was doing all the research on how can you help what your body's doing already. And I said, okay, I'm gonna, you go for a certain amount of time and then you take time off. And I'm like, I'm loading my body up to really heal. And so for the 54-year-old that was here earlier, John is the prime example of what you should do on if you have something that is ailing you.
Mhm.
And we've talked about this. Why'd you take the time? Why now?
Me?
Why'd you take the time to go down to Cancun? Why the shoulders? Why that? Instead of every doctor saying, hey, let's just go do surgery.
Yep. And so obviously, listen, I did my consult for the surgery. I found out, I get all the facts, and I start, weighing the pros and cons of what I really want to do here. And they said, listen, you definitely need the surgery. We want to wait till you were 50 so you didn't have to get 3 of them. But if you're saying your quality of life is that bad, you need to do this. So for me, like the downtime and all the other things that come along with a total atomic shoulder replacement is pretty intense, guys. And I've been through all the rehabs and all this stuff before. I've had surgeries. So I'm not, I'm not a stranger to that. But can I do something else that's going to maybe relieve me and not being able to get the surgery? If I could get 50% more mobility, let's say, or the pain relief of 50%, then I think that's a win for me. And this is the first treatment. The other thing is like, we're going to be bringing this to Titan. We'll be partnered up with JuiceStem. And at that point, like, I want to know how the process is for a patient too as well. So this all went hand in hand. You were going down there. It was just, that was the time, right? I always believe in God's plan, and God has a plan for everybody. And, I just go with the flow as far as that goes. And where he takes me at that point, like, that's just what it was. I made sure, when I told you back in Olympia, I'm like, listen, I'm going to make sure that I make this trip.
I didn't believe you.
I know. you
Because first off, if you guys know John, like I know John and me are 7 days a week, 100 hours, more than that. We work and we like it. It's because we love it. And it's our thing, and it allows us to live the life. But to get him away from the headquarters and to take a day to take care of himself, this is the pinnacle guy that says, I just don't have time. And he made time.
Absolutely.
And so just to you guys at home, again, right now, peptides, start healing what you have, start helping. And again, preventative,
Right.
stop waiting, and
Right.
then look into the stem cell. But peptides are on the phone call today. You guys are calling over there. The 54-year-old earlier that can't squat, you're calling right now to talk to them saying, hey, and you don't have to do blood work,
Nope.
but get moving.
Yeah, for sure.
What does Titan Medical have this week, special wise?
Special wise, we're doing the EPC 157 actually. So it's the healing peptide. So we were doing this because I came back. I'm like, listen.
I'll guarantee he came back and he was like, yeah, let's talk about the ligaments. Let's make sure those ligaments are good. Make sure that they're handled. And I like that because with John, he's a youngster and he loves the muscle. But I think, for all of us, when you're injured, you don't care. All you want is that pain gone. You want to be healthy. You don't want those injuries. And so that's what I'm thinking. The majority of why Titan Medical this week is a big one on BPC and TB 500. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. We'll get Johnny back in here when that's working. In the meantime, Jeffrey, what do you got for us?
If I fast daily, 1 or 2 meals. Oh, hold on.
Are you fasting or eating 1 or 2 meals?
Hold on. I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay.
If I fast daily, 1 or 2 meals, lift weights, heavy to failure, will I burn fat and build some muscle, even if I'm not getting a pound in each day?
Good luck, my friend. Best advice I can get you is that I recommend you get a trainer to join the Titan crew right now. The philosophy of going, hey, I'm going to fast or I'm going to have 1 meal or 2 meals. I'm going to train, but the food might not be enough. I don't know. I don't believe just from that statement that you know how to train. I don't think you know how to use rep range. I don't think you know how to use sets, unfortunately. And I'm just going off of what I'm reading here. And they always say, man, it's not the answer. You can judge a person by the question. And so from that question, I'm going to assume that you don't know enough to actually get a benefit. And what you're going to do, and this is for everybody here, food's great. It can help. Training is great. But if you're training incorrectly, you're setting yourself up for lifelong injuries and deterioration. You're getting mileage and not a benefit. If you are no comprehension of actually how to do a nutrition plan, you're setting yourself up again for bad blood markers, but also issues down in the later time in your life. And also like this kind of concept of just going, I know how I'll get in shape. I'll stop eating. I'll eat once a day. That'll get me in shape. So that's the answer. I'll stop eating will get me in shape. Yeah, I appreciate the donation to the pup fund, but my recommendation is get your butt over in the Titan Crew right now. We got to make sure that you're on the right nutrition plan and you understand how these workouts actually can help you get better. And again, at the end of the day, it takes a while, right? And what a lot of you guys seem to do is you think that just by doing something, it's going to get you to your goal. That's not how it works. Go to a gym today and sign up. And then in a year, touch base with me again. You're going to see people look the exact same a year later. Skinny fat, overweight, just a little bit more angry and depressed because they haven't changed with that dedication. And that sucks for anybody. I don't care who you are. I know by you thinking that you're going to do this work, you'll get somewhere. But there's a chance that all you're doing is breaking yourself down.
The person I want to become is disciplined and takes action first. What advice do you have to start fitness or career improvement for those who are starting?
Listen to learn, listen to understand is the first thing to do. Discipline, it's going to be, we'll talk about discipline in 6 months after you've been disciplined every day, but that's just the continuous of doing it. I know that you're like right now, you're here, you're talking to me, and you're motivated. On the days that you're not motivated, are you still disciplined? On the days that you don't feel it, are you still disciplined? And that's where this all comes down to. On the days that you're mad and you want to go to the fridge to eat something terrible, those are the days. And New Year's is coming, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about New Year's? We know that people try to get in shape on New Year's. And they're so excited. I got this new date, clean slate. Uh-oh, what happened? Great.
Putting this together.
Oh,
This is still Halloween with the 3 different masks.
oh my gosh. I love it. So my recommendation right now is get over Titan Crew, get in there. Let's make sure that you're on the right nutrition and training so you can start working on that discipline. Okay? Let me check on Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I'm a physical therapist for 20 years. Just wanted to say thanks for getting me back in the game with some reverse bench and behind the back movements.
See, and you've been doing this, so you understand. Congrats, man. Congrats. Way to be open. I love it. I love it. And you could probably tell everybody here, too, how much your mind, after doing something for 20 years, what you thought was the benefits at the beginning of that practice to where you're at now.
How to build tightened shoulders and avoid lateral deltoid inflammation.
Yeah, so you got banged up shoulders because the inflammation's coming from an injury. So, yeah, I'd work on range of motion. Range of motion, my friend. Also, you'd be one of those people that I would say, man, enjoy the rear delts. Start with the rear delts and then finish the workout with the rear delts. Do it twice. Really start getting that blood flow through there, trying to open those shoulders up. Great question. Mo, will you turn the air on?
Just looking over at IG right now. Seeing if we got a little something.
Hey, guys. What's crack-a-lacking over there?
I think they just froze their internet.
Johnny disappeared on us.
Is pizza and pasta good for a cheat meal?
Yeah, actually, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on your age, yeah, it really is. I remember mostly in the off season and getting ready for a powerlifting meet on squat day and deadlift day. It was 2 large pizzas after that. My body would eat that up. I was also 22 years old, 18, 19, 20. The young days. Body eats that stuff up, mostly training properly. Great question though. Because you're going to already get enough carbs. And if people are confused here, well, why would pizza and pasta be a good cheat? Because you want the carbohydrates on those high days. Just for you guys at home, you want the carbohydrates. Your body's already taken in that, 300 grams of protein or whatever you're on. That's easy to get in. So easy. But to, get that 500, 600, 700 grams of carbohydrates, that's tough. And you want to shock the body. That's that old school shock the body, man.
Hamstrings before quads or after?
Yeah, both is good.
Both of them.
Both of them. And also, any body part that is your better body part, you would do after. So if your quad are already great, put the energy into your hamstrings. And so if your triceps are great, it's biceps. And I usually, so it's always that. If your upper chest is weak, start with your upper chest. It's just last week, babe. You just pull through it. It's a great question, though. I know that most people will say, well, you still got to start with, dude, you don't even have to train your gifted muscles. Maybe just do one exercise for those just to keep that range of motion. I was talking to a kid that has phenomenal arms, phenomenal. But they're so developed that the shoulders look droopy. I forgot his name.
Droopy shoulders?
Yeah, the little natural kid. Good looking kid, great arms and great legs. But his arms are so powerful. He probably has good shoulders.
Oh, that we worked out with?
Yeah.
Oh, Josh.
Josh, he's great.
It's stupid.
Yeah, his arms are just, you don't need to train those arms again. He's gifted with arms and legs. But his arms are so good that even if he does have great shoulders, they're not going to look good. So he has to amp that up. So I always believe in making sure you train everything a little bit, but your genetic body parts, you don't have to waste all the energy on. And look who's back.
Sorry, guys. Wi-Fi went down here, so I had to go back to my data plan.
Oh, wow. Wow. He got the smartphone.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got on the phone.
Holy
I was
cow.
like, "Let me get this thing out. I apologize."
Don't worry about it. But I do got to say this, Mona, today,
Mhm.
go get the 17.
Oh, really?
It's
Dude,
worth it.
it's, we were shooting, and I got content here. It must have been 8, 9 o'clock on the water, on a dock, and that
Yeah.
thing picked up the clouds. I'm like,
Okay,
I don't even see the clouds,
I
and the
know.
phone does. I was like, I don't see, I see star. What's it? Crazy what this stuff does.
It's everyone gets better and better, but I'll tell you what, the 17 is definitely worth it for multiple reasons, but definitely like those pictures we got on that dock. I couldn't believe it, dude. It looked like it wasn't filtered. It wasn't filtered, it was just straight shot raw.
It looks like you have AI on it already. What'd you do to this?
For real. It was definitely, man. It was game changer shit. 17, definitely worth the money, guys.
Real quick, jumping back on December 1st, I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to try to see if I can't get a little workout time with a lot of the Titan crew members, a lot of Titan medical people.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to jump in with me on that and see if we can't get go down to Matt's place, get a workout in, try to give a little information back to these guys.
Sure.
And again, just Mona's looked over. Yeah, December 1st. We'll go LA, Ohio, Florida. Go
Sounds
down and see
perfect.
them, right?
Warm, cold, warm.
I like that idea.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, you were talking about peptides this week, and you were talking about the BPC and TB500.
Yeah.
And again, can you tell us why that decision,
Sure.
and then what's everything?
So obviously, listen, coming back from getting the stem cells, right? Like I was a big BBC and TB500 guy beforehand. I'm also going to use this afterwards for healing, repair, and all of this, right? For my connective tissues. So I think it's a big thing as far as the protocol coming back to be able to do that. So that's why I want to introduce like BPC again and talk about it with people because, with BPC and stem cells, I mean, these are some great things for people to really, really be able to heal themselves. So I thought it was important to put that as therapy of the week this week and be able to talk about that. And I want to introduce that to the patients and stuff like that. So, now when they'll be able to get their treatments, they'll hopefully be able to get our treatments here by December 1st with the stem cells, the exact same ones we were just doing in Mexico. And they'll be able to get the peptide therapies too as well. So, doing that pre and post is only going to enhance or expedite results. Okay. And this is just healing in general, even if you didn't use stem cells. So this is something that, that I really want people to know. There's a lot of people that are starting to really learn about these things. And at that point, yeah.
Great. I hear you.
But I think, I think it's important. People really should know about this. A lot more people are starting to find out about it and how it's helping them heal. So, being proactive too, even if you're not hurt, no injuries, being proactive, being prophylactic as far as, preventative with not having something break down on you and to really help it get blood to the area one, and then obviously help make those joints and connective tissues a lot stronger too as well.
It's cool that you said that. The fascia. And so if you guys don't know, Jimmy Bluff, I'll jump back over there for a second, just because Jimmy works, he's like me. We don't think as much about the muscle as we do the connective tissue, the fascia.
Yeah.
And I love how the world is finally catching on to something I talked about 30 years ago. It's like, okay, now we get it. Well, now you're injured. Now you're broken up. And I want you guys to understand this right now is that, it's the peptides that John is talking about and what Jimmy works on. It's like, this is all the stuff about keeping that range of motion. And we just had a guy talk about his shoulders and how they're stiff.
Yep.
And it's like, well, the glutathione help with some inflammation, the BP, TB500.
BPC and TB500 are going to be your go-to with like glutathione, even throwing in some growth release and hormone peptides. Those are very, very good with helping with recovery too and lubrication in those joint areas. So that's like another go-to you can add on. I just talked to a patient today. So I had one of the girls on the computer. She's going back and forth with this guy at text. He didn't want to get on the phone because at work. And he needs 2 shoulder replacements on both sides. He needs one on the right, one on the left. So it's really, really hard for him, he said, and he's looking for anything. He asked me if AOD would like grow cartilage. And I'm like, absolutely not. I started talking about BPC, TB500. He's already on a growth releasing peptides, doing all those things great.
Right.
Then I started talking about what I went through this weekend. What I did there. I want to see what's good for patients. I'm gonna have it here in Titan here soon. So hopefully he's gonna come down and do those treatments once we get him. But he's been doing everything from cortisone, all that BPC, TB500, give him the best relief. But obviously he wants to feel better. He wants, maybe some cartilage to grow. And at that point, be out of the pain that he's in, because he's also on a CPAP, right? So you would think, and he's like, but I can't lay on my back because my shoulders hurt. So I have to side sleep. And I'm a side sleeper. And honestly, I don't know how the hell he does it on both sides, because I need one shoulder replacement. My left's messed up. So, I toss him anyway. But if you can sleep on your back, I told him, put some pillows underneath your arm and elevate your arm so it's stable. And that should hopefully keep it where it needs to be. But yeah, it's crazy. So, it's helping a lot of people out there. But I think in the next couple of years, they're going to be able to regrow cartilage. And I think there's the treatment right now, they're talking about 12 months to be able to regrow cartilage. That would be a game changer for some.
Well, man, I keep hoping for that crazy science.
It's coming.
So I remember that back in the days of the 70s and 80s, they talked about, we're going to have flying cars and all this, or cars that drive themselves. And well, we're at least cars driving themselves. So
we're getting there. We're getting there for sure. We're definitely.
I know that I'm vintage, so I'll be missing the grown cartilage possibly. I hope not.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there's a place that does it right now.
I saw something where they're developing, or if they did or whatever, but it's like an injectable, and it's like it injects
So
this little goo.
yeah, I talked to me and Dr. Rand started going into that and talking about that and stuff. And unfortunately, he said,
Not there yet.
Not there yet. I was like, oh, but if it's that close and they're starting to print stuff, they're at least working on that.
Absolutely.
So might be just a little fish bait at this point. They're saying something. Because I know Heath talked about the gels that they put in there for him on his knees.
Yeah,
Heath
that's something different though. So that gel they actually put in my shoulder this weekend. It's hyaluronic acid, and it is FDA approved for the knee. It just will not work in the shoulder the same way, but it does give them cushion. It basically replaces where the cartilage would go, and it's supposed to stick to the bone. Now, how good that works, I haven't talked to a lot of people that have got a lot of great success from it. It works for a little bit, and then it's done.
Heath likes it. Heath likes it. He likes it. He said he gives him a good 6 months. He's a seasoned guy, and also he used those knees more than all of us. Being a fullback in the NFL for almost 11 years. So again, going back to the guys that are here that do have injuries, start preventative right now that you can do at home. And Titan Medical is doing their discount this week on PBC and TB500.
That's right.
And I like that you always talk about adding in that the growth hormone IGF help.
Yeah.
What was that last question?
It's not a question. It's just a dumbass statement. Stay away from stem cells unless you have problems.
Wow, that is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't eat healthy. Don't train. Don't do stems. Don't do anything that can be preventative.
No.
Congratulations.
Don't make more money.
Yeah, don't make more money. Don't eat. It's just like, congratulations. We just found the dumbest person online today. Wow.
I just go back to this because, this person is spouting off stem cells. There's a lot of different types of stem cells out there, guys. So, you need to be educated about what stem cells do what and what are the risks, right, for some of these stem cells. So there's always a risk to anything that you do. Anything, from treatment, from walking across the street. There's always risk in something you do. It's just a level of risk. So at that point, but I've researched these Dezawa Muse stem cells, and you guys research them too. They're one of the only ones that do not link to any kind of cancers or anything like that, which that's the big play on some of these people is, stem cells will cause cancer. So just be educated about what you're doing. And if you're going to do something, I would be educated, but be smart about the information or where you're getting the information from. Make sure it's very credible information before you start spouting it off or you make an opinion about it.
Yeah. Can you block that person?
Yeah.
I just don't need that kind of level of stupidity on here.
Yeah.
That's a level.
Words mean nothing to me, mate.
Last day
across the pond.
again. Words mean nothing to me, mate.
Yeah, no, we fully understand. You can't even have a picture of yourself up. We fully get that words mean nothing to you. You are that idiot. As they say, a brilliant man will continue to learn. Only an idiot knows everything.
That's right.
And we found our idiot. Congratulations. The guy with no picture on social media. Your mother's proud of you.
Oh my goodness.
What is
These
this?
guys. Oh,
Go
that's
for it.
all right, though. That's okay. All right. Thoughts about caloric restriction, fasting being good for longevity and health. Okay. So thoughts about restricting calories, right, in your diet. I mean, obviously, listen, if you guys want to lose weight, you're going to restrict some calories there. If you want to go on a little fast, I guess you can do that. They say it's good for longevity and health. They just brought out some research that says it's the opposite effect. It causes inflammation. So, it was a pretty strong study that said that. So at that point, just look at this. But over time, they've had multiple studies saying about longevity purposes, about healing the body when on a fast. If you're doing it properly and nothing like crazy cleansing or anything like that. But, I think that you can get some benefit out of it. I think it's an all right thing to do. Calorie restriction, I would only do that if I was trying to lose weight. That'd be the only thing. And I would not stay in a calorie restriction for a long extended period of time. So that's my only advice on that. You do what you want to do. I don't know how your health is and I don't know what your body type is, but you're obviously looking to attain a goal one way or the other. And if it's for longevity and fasting, that's great. But if you're looking to lose weight, calorie restriction is the way to go. Just make a plan or get with Mike. He'll make you a plan.
Yeah, this is the whole concept of fasting has been out long enough to be debunked. The weight drop, no change between a proper calorie deficit and fasting. Your body doesn't burn 10 times faster because you starved yourself. But here's the stuff too for longevity. If you're reading these things, understand they're talking about how your body utilizes carbohydrates and the autism and how the brain works is different than the true longevity of health. Because there's enough studies showing you have to actually eat more protein as you age. So it's the complete opposite of what you guys are talking about.
Right.
And it's the complete opposite of going, hey, I just want to stop eating. That seems like the smart thing to do. It's actually, you got to even eat better as you're on the back nine.
Yeah.
More protein. You got to be smarter about it. And then at the end of the day, guys, longevity is muscle.
I agree.
And that's enough studies. Again, do you build muscle when you don't eat food anymore?
No.
So just a little common sense with how these things go. There's a huge thing right now of these doctors going, hey, the best muscle to keep strong for longevity is quads. And these are doctors. And these are doctors going, we did studies. It's quads. And now see, don't worry. In time, that will be debunked because what's going to happen is everybody's going to just go, great, I leg press. Like the guy with bad knees earlier, leg press. I got strong quads. No, it's lower back and hips. In the 70s, Arthur Jones already talked about it, about athletics and longevity. It's the lower hips. It's your back being healthy and strong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it sounds great. And it's a nice little fish hook. I'll just go do leg extensions. I'll be able to live forever. I got strong quads. Those idiots are still sitting on the couch going, got bad knees though. Can't walk, can't play, can't do anything. Where the guys that's doing the hyperextension, doing the leg curl, still trying to get that range of motion of a healthy deadlift with even lightweight, that person's getting off the couch. That person is walking around the block. That person is still tapping the wife. So that's the one that's going to last. And again, these doctors will catch on and go, we probably said it in the wrong way, So
I just think it's a big muscle group. At that point, a lot of muscle in the legs, a lot of muscle in the back, chest. I mean, I think, you pack on those muscle. I mean, I pack on as much muscle as possible. Obviously, you're not going to be 270 pounds jacked with muscle unless you're about your size.
You're not, I am.
Huh? That's what I'm saying. You are. But I don't see that. I don't see that across the board for a lot of guys, Mike. I don't
Yeah.
see that. I don't see it as attainable. They're not your size. They're not your frame. It's all
I'm
about
joking.
that.
I'm joking.
You know, huh?
I just want healthy backs for these people and understand the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back.
Yeah.
Outside of bodybuilding, health and fitness, you guys want to keep hustling. You want to keep living. That's the thing. And then also make sure you keep the food in.
Yeah. Food
Which
is
is
key.
everything I just said is the opposite of what the majority is going to say. Because it's too hard. My back's already a little stiff. That's what you're going to hear. You know, so hard to
It's gonna
squat.
get worse.
I thought it gets better as you get older.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't get
No.
any better. It's a lot
Oh.
harder for everything you do. A lot harder to obtain. I'm telling
Ah.
you, it is. You know, so you got to keep it in check. And I mean, at that point, like even if you let something sit, it gets worse, right? You let a car sit, it gets worse. It's better to be using whatever you got as much as you can. So, you know, that they say that for a lot of people. Like, you know, you just sit there and you wither and you die. Even if you lay in a hospital bed, you actually get weaker. For my thought when I was a little kid, I'm like, oh man, well, you got to lay in a hospital bed and you sleep and you stay still there and you get stronger, right? As long as you're eating and stuff like that. That is not
Gravity
true.
works, folks. That's not how gravity works.
That is not true whatsoever. So at that point, like, you got to be active. You got to use these things and be smart about what you're doing. Be smarter. And at that point, if you're already to an age like 40s, like I am, or if you're in your 50s like Mike, then you got to be real smart at what you do.
I'm on with Johnny. He is crushing it. Little Clark Bartram talking about longevity. We got
Ooh.
Clark Bartram right here, looking all hot and sexy. Why you dress when you FaceTime me? Our rule is you should always be naked if you FaceTime me. Come on. Call me back. Hey, so what's the next game plan for you in this recovery week that we have going on?
So right now, I'm just making sure I'm staying hydrated. I'm at least drinking like a gallon of water a day. I'm eating really, really good. Obviously, and that was easy. That's the easy part. Like it's like don't eat processed foods. Well, that'll be easy. But I'm just hanging out right now. Like I'm not in pain or anything like that. Honestly, my shoulders feel a lot better right now. So I'm just babying it right now for this week. I'm gonna go into next week. I'm gonna start just real light, see if I can do some things, but I'm not gonna go like crazy. Because it says in there like 4 to 5 weeks or something like that, maybe even 6 weeks or something like that. I have to look at the post care, but for me, I'm just I'm taking it easy. I was gonna ask you like, what do you think I should do? I mean, I'll listen to my body because I know that's the first response. But what do you think? Like, you think this next week I can start like get in a little bit, like maybe some biceps, maybe some legs or something like that? Because I had the shoulders done, but I don't want the inflammation from my legs or all these different body parts to stem cells start affecting that, right? Going after that and trying to attack that instead of working where I wanted to work, I guess.
I can tell you what I'm doing is that basically this morning I got up, did red light therapy with the stims to force blood through without doing the activities.
Yeah.
I jumped in the sauna to get a good blood flow.
Yeah.
I will moderate swim, very easily swim later on today. And I'll do that red light therapy again tonight. I'm going to take, and I always take a good week off
Right.
from training with the weights. I let this do what it's supposed to do
Right.
to best of what the best of it can do. And then I'll start back in slowly. So my recommendation to you is take this week.
No, for sure.
We did it.
This week.
Was it Sunday? Monday? It was Sunday.
Sunday.
I did Sunday and Monday. John did the shoulders. I did the trifecta. I hit a couple things, and then which I loved, and I also hit the face. And you both didn't do the stem cell for the skin on the face.
No, I should have definitely done that. I did the shoulders and then I did the IV, systemic and locally. So just to see how that works. But next time I'll do the face and I'll do some more things for sure.
Yeah, definitely next time.
I'll be here in the office. Hopefully, I'll be giving tutorials and talking to people about education in the office. So that's the game plan. That's what we're really working towards right now.
if you guys don't know, what we're going to try to do is this is something that's only been available outside the country. And so, which Cancun's great because it's just a jump over the border.
Sure.
And so that's great. But what we're trying to do, and I'm hoping this is going to work, is that we will be right at Titan headquarters being able to do this by December, by as early as December. So if anybody's here, the great thing about it is now it's in Florida, right there. And again, right in Titan Medical. And that way also you sit down with some professionals there to talk about blood work. What peptides will also help me as we're doing this.
Absolutely. I mean,
Whole thing right there.
the whole thing. I mean, if you're coming from out of state, we'll be the concierge to a beautiful 5-star hotel, the whole nine. I mean, so it'll be real nice, especially down in Florida. You can do a lot of different things, especially in the Tampa area. So, you know, at that point, I think it's going to be really good. I think a lot of people, you know, will be more inept to do it because some people are scared right now. They're scared to travel. It is what it is, you know. But at that point, you'll be able to do these treatments here. And then there's other treatments that Rejuvistem does that still will not be allowed in the United States. And if you want to take advantage of that, you can go down there and get those too as well. So it'll be a win-win for everybody. I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited to be able to help patients in this way. It's just going to be
Growing.
It's going to be another game changer, Mike.
Yeah. It's just getting better and better. I absolutely love this. Jeffrey, how's our IG looking? Do we have some good questions there?
Did you guys get that one about the TRT?
Go for it.
Earlier?
Throw it back up. Probably lost Johnny at that time.
So,
This guy right here.
okay, I'm considering jumping on TRT. Any tips? Well, I would definitely make sure you're going to a reputable place. I mean, we can definitely help you out with TRT, HRT, blood work, anything like that. I would make sure that you're going to get comprehensive care and making sure that you're not just only going to get testosterone, but you're going to get the whole package to make sure that you're balancing all the hormones. And this could be from, you know, an aromatase inhibitor to gonadal support, making sure your natural testosterone doesn't just cut out. Making sure that, you know, your semen production is still there. And at that point, you have no tightness of the testicles and you don't grow man boobs. Nobody wants gynecomastia or anything like that. So a water retention, irritability, and you want to have a beautiful six pack like this guy.
Look at these things. Come on. Don't shut that shit down.
Well, I think the way that your chest looks and another guy's chest looks might be totally different when it comes to man boobs. So
Could be.
I think they pay to get your man boobs, but you know what? Everybody else, they're going to pay to get them cut out. You know, this is something you don't want to go through, right? It's just, it's a problem. And you want to make sure you're getting monitored correctly. That's the biggest thing, to make sure your hemoglobin hematocrit or blood cell count's good, making sure you're healthy, making sure somebody's there for your support. That's the other aspect that a lot of people fall short into this business. We've been doing this for 13 years. We've got down to a science. And at that point, we make sure that our communication's there for our patients. So if there's a problem, issue, positive feedback, or anything like that, you'll be able to talk to a staff member. And then if you need to, get on the line with the provider right away.
Showmaker, will you also let me know what made you ask this question? Because you're saying I'm considering it. And so I would just like to know, what is that? What triggered the thought? Is it because here's for everybody here, and that's why I wanted to address this, is are you 35 and you're listening to the gossip online that at 35 your life is over and you're tanked? Well, for you 20 or 25-year-olds, could also already be that. And we've talked about this. The blood work tells you when it's time, right? So is it that you did blood work? Are you feeling symptoms? Is there problems in the bedroom? Is there a lack of energy? Are there other things? No matter what, for anybody here, it's not an age thing. It's not how you look. I know a lot of freaking slobs that are 25 and have great tea, and they just go, hey, it's genetic. No, you're just a lazy fuck.
Yep.
You know, and you got 50-year-old guy that just FaceTime me. And here's the great thing about the guy that just FaceTime me. The guy is 62. His T level's at 900. 62. 63. Old as freaking Jesus. So, but You would say 63 and a 900T. He's golden, right? No.
Yeah.
His free test is at 7.
Yeah.
And he's going, and this is what's great about this guy, Clark Bartram. I'm trying to get him over at Titan Medical, who's
Yes.
10 times better.
Yes.
He's a better representative of Titan Medical than Kenny KO, who has no
I'm
brain
down.
cell.
I'm down with that. I'd rather have that than Clark.
And here's the coolest thing. For all of you that says this 63-year-old who looks like a Greek god, I can't take my shirt off next to Clark Bartram. He looks ridiculous.
Mhm.
And he's 63 and he got great T, but his T level, his free is so tanked. He's going, it's time for me to jump on it. Now it's a twofold. I'm happy to see this
Yeah.
because all the people that for 40 years have been
Yeah.
saying, oh shit, you're on.
Yeah.
Up yours. You're going to actually see a human at 63 change.
Yeah.
He's disciplined,
Yeah.
his work ethic. That's why he looks like he does. And then you're going to see a guy that actually gets on at 63 and his body's going to change. And you're going to go, oh shit, I'm an idiot. I thought you couldn't be that guy. Well, that's why I think him over at Titan Medical is a great fit because he also is articulate and he knows how this works. He's not a clickbait guy like Kenny KO is.
Hey,
Actually,
I'm doing
somebody.
that. I'd rather have Clark all day.
And what's the problem is the biggest problem we'll have at Titan Medical is Clark's going to have his own stage because I don't need him up there blocking my line and I don't want to block his line. This guy is a representative of what a father should be like,
Absolutely.
what a person should enjoy their freaking lives look like.
Yeah.
And again, at the end of the day, man, this is going to piss off people. And I love doing that to the freaking haters. See this 63-year-old change in the next couple months, getting on some tea. Clark, please come to Titan Medical.
Come on, Clark.
There, join the team there. Get on some tea, and let's see you look freaky in a couple months.
I mean,
I'm scared he's going to get on. Like he's already on the cover right.
listen,
Hold on.
Listen, Mike, honestly, for him,
Look at that. Look at that shit right there. Look at
that's
that.
Crazy. That's
Every
crazy.
human right now is going to go, that guy is gassed out of his mind. He's
Yeah.
63. You can't look like that. I'm getting him to Titan Medical. I'm getting him on some tea and watch what happens in 3 months. Fuck all you.
Yeah.
Watch what happens to one of my natty brothers. He's going to look like a Greek. He already looks like a Greek god. He's going to look
does.
absolutely sick.
He does. He does. I mean, the other thing that we could possibly do even before putting him on testosterone is throw him on Danazol. You throw him on Danazol, Mike, like I said, his free T will jump the next day, like that day, all the way to the top. All the way to the top. It just goes through and it unbinds all that testosterone and lets it free. It's bound to the SHBG right now. And at that point, when the Danazol is in there, I'm telling you, it's going to release it. The only bad thing that I was telling you about is it lowers total testosterone. But the way to do it perfectly would throw him on testosterone and Danazol. And dude, he's going to be a super soldier more than he already is. Because Clark's in amazing shape. And you did say he's very disciplined. The one guy I know is disciplined is
You're not getting to 63. You're not getting to 63 looking like this
no,
without fucking discipline.
no, hell no. Okay.
But I got to
Hell
say,
no.
Clark, please don't listen to him. Get on some tea.
No, listen,
Get
we're going to do his best for you, man. We're going to do his best for you.
Solid 200-pound Clark Bartram, 3% body fat,
Oh,
and let all these guys go, oh, shit, there's just a different breed of metahumans
Yeah.
that understand slow
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
beats that fast run out of the gates.
True
So-
statement. True
Get
statement.
over to Titan Medical, Clark Bartram. This is a shout out to you. Please, my man.
Yeah,
Will you
Clark.
shut up the fitness industry and all these trolls out there? I would love to see that. Sorry,
Me too.
Johnny. I know he's got to listen to you. You're the man, but I would just love
Don't
it, man.
apologize. And listen, I want Clark. Listen, I want the best what Clark wants to do for him. That's it. I want him to be the best he has ever been. That's my goal. That is my goal with anybody that comes here. I want them to be comfortable with what they're doing, and I want them to be the best they've ever been in every aspect of life. especially physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally. Those things key. And like I said, it's fun for me to see somebody that's that disciplined, that has that work ethic, that has that much knowledge, right? And already has all the foundation there, because it is a beautiful thing. It's like, you see fireworks, right? And the fireworks might be great, but that grand finale, that's everything. And that's what I want. That's definitely what I want.
And I don't want you comfortable, Clark. I want you on a basic freaking dose of TRT, 150, 200, whatever that is from the company Titan Medical,
Yes.
and watch how little changes this absolute monster of a human. So I'm excited about that, because it just, in every level, just shuts up those people that says your body can only do this. Mother, you don't know what the body can do. You can't even diet for a week and a half.
Right.
And you can't
That's right.
consistent for 2 weeks. You want to tell me what the body can do? No. I want the guy that doesn't quit, the guy that doesn't slow down. What up, Mo?
We want the body feeling like this,
Oh,
and performing
shit.
like this, right?
What's going on?
What? I'm sorry. Is that one of the what's the Transformers?
Yep.
Holy shit! That thing looks like it's going to come alive.
Dude, this thing is crazy.
Jeff, Jeff's going to pull his pants down right now.
They're already down.
They're already down. It is it's a spaceship, man.
Smart concept to go with that. What is that? Silver? Is that
It's
what
silver.
I'm looking at?
It's silver, but it'll be blue here very shortly.
Okay.
Because of that.
All right.
Got to get tightened up. It's got to have the Titan wrap on it for
Yeah.
sure. You
It
know?
looks great. Man. It looks great. Johnny, thank you for hanging out with us today, brother.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, guys. I definitely appreciate it. But the reason I showed that car is because you want your body working like that car, like a high performance hyper car. Everything is perfect, everything's dialed in, and you're at the optimal performance level. So that should be what the goal is. Your body, one body, turn it into a hyper car, give it what it needs, and you'll get the best optimal results all the way across the board. So I appreciate you guys.
I'm going to add in that car is precise.
Yes.
Don't listen to these people out there that says you need to blast. It's precise. All you need to do is the right amount with Titan Medical, and you can create something amazing. Look at these cars, man. He's got a whole slew of
1,046 horsepower. This is Sharice's car, all tightened up finally.
I can't even comprehend that. Is that the, what is it?
It's a Corvette C8 CR1. This thing's faster than my Lamborghini is.
Hey, will you start that bad boy up for us?
You want to start it up for him, Sharice? Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
have it start for
I
you
just
guys.
want to hear it. It's like talking
You ready?
dirty to him. Talk
Here we
dirty
go.
to him.
Come on, Jeff. I want to hear it.
You happy now? You happy? Yeah. Jeff just left the room.
It's pretty loud, but that's what it's about, guys. High performance. Later, guys.
Clark Bartram, finish off on you metaphorically. Will I? Hey, let's get you over to Titan Medical. And for everybody else, you should already be at Titan Medical. I'm talking about this guy getting over there, as he is a seasoned veteran, but consistent. At the end of the day, guys, be consistent, be preventative, be smart. Don't run away from food. You have to understand how food helps you, how it keeps you growing. You got to understand that lifting, rep range means something. It doesn't mean just, hey, buddy, let's go 12 reps today. Well, why? Why 12 reps? Why 3 sets? Why not 1 set? Why not 5 sets? These are all things that make sense when you have the program laid out in front of you and you understand what you're doing at each stage. So until then, I'll see you in the Titan crew. We're getting check-ins done today and tomorrow. I'll leave it open today for you to get it in there, but then we're closing it down. Titan check-ins going down. Bye-bye, guys.